promise this is the last time, but I mean, we've been talking about iron. Yes. We have to just touch upon collagen because this is going to be a product I believe. I mean, Franz was into the Pharmanex side. If you're into the beauty side, this can connect both of them. So a really fantastic collagen product that we launched this year, I believe. So I'll just go through that. I'll go through some of the clinical studies. And I'll also go through the study that was made together with Lumi. So collagen is what you have in your skin. When you hit around 30, 25, 35, depending on our genetic makeup, then it starts to decline. It's kind of what keeps our skin looking firm. So it's a protein in your body that we'll get less and less of. And that's what we want to try to then provide you with so that we can look our best for the longest amount of time. We don't only have collagen in, we have a specific kind of collagen, small collagen peptides. I'll tell you why that is important. But I also want to mention that we have wheat oil extract in and we have lutein. Wheat oil extract is something that can bring you, for instance, hydration. A lot of people, they contain ceramides, and a lot of people, when they think about ceramides, then they think about a brick wall and all of that mortar that's in between the bricks. That would be the ceramides. So if we think about our skin, then we have collagen, but all of that needs to be in between, you can get from this wheat oil extract. And how insanely weird is it that we have wheat oil extract in and it's gluten-free? It's bloody weird. Yes, but it is. So it's because when we're talking about supplements or food, then if you have a very low amount under, I don't know, 10 parts per million, I can't remember the specifics, then you can say it's gluten-free. So if you are okay to eat gluten-free food, then the rules are the same from supplements. You can eat this. So don't get confused about the wheat oil extract. It's cleaned up. We only needed the oils. There is still a bit in, but that would be under traces of. So yeah. Anywho, and then we have lutein. Lutein is what you find in colorful flowers, for instance. You also find it in colorful fruit and vegetables. And it is the reason why this is scanner certified, which I'll touch upon later. So those are the ingredients, but the star, which we'll go a bit more in depth with, is the collagen. What can this product do for you? It can help maintain skin elasticity. That's what we lose with age. It can help keep normal structure of the skin. It can positively impact the skin in general. It can reduce eye wrinkle volume. So you might say, that's great if my eyes look fresh, what about the rest of my face? And that's fair enough. But the reason why we've just mentioned eye wrinkle volume is because the study we had from our supplier, they focused on that. That doesn't mean that the rest of your face are going to stay wrinkled. It just means that the eyes are a very easy scientific way to measure because you have most wrinkles there. So yeah, so it's the whole face we can help, or your skin in general. And then if you use it together with the Lumi Spa, it will contribute to some more benefits, which we'll look at. But first, we just have to talk about collagen, because collagen you get from animals. It's in your skin, but when you eat it, you get it from animals. And it's this insanely big molecule. And then when we chew, we cut it down to smaller peptide chains, they're called. And then before, and when I say before, I'm thinking within the last 5 or 6 years, science realized that before we thought that all of these small chains, they would further in our gut be cut and into single amino acids. If this was the case, if this last step happened, then I have absolutely no control where these amino acids goes. That's your body who decides that. That means that if you need collagen more in your bones than on your skin, and that the body decides that, then all of it would go to your bones. And then we can't really call the Beauty Focus Collagen. I mean, you might have beautiful bones, but that's the other point. So not what we found out, but in the scientific world in general, what they found out is that if you do it specifically, if you make sure that this big collagen molecule is treated in a controlled treatment, so it becomes single-strand peptides, then you can further, through specific enzymatic processes, break it down to specific. That means that it's not just amino acids that are put together randomly. They have a specific code, and that code tells them to go to your skin. And I think we talked yesterday I spoke to one of you and you made a really good analysis that I'm going to steal now. It's like getting on the train with an end ticket. And my end ticket today said Sweden. Over there, one of these peptides is skin. That means they're not stopping when they go through the blood at the bones. There'll be no point. They go to the skin. That's what the end ticket is saying. So by cutting the peptides in specific ways, making sure that the amino acids are placed in specific ways, we can guarantee that for the most part, they'll go to your skin. And then I have to tell you that the collagen in your skin is very similar to the collagen in your hand and your nails. So I'm sorry if you also see benefits there. Unintended, we can't help it. The collagen is simply so similar. But it is for the skin that we developed that. And I'm really proud because this supplier is one of the top-notch ones, and I'm really proud of that structure because I can do other things for my bones. When I take collagen, it's for my skin I take it. So that is really, really cool. We have some collagen peptides that are highly ingestible, meaning that when you eat them, they don't go out. They're actually taken in by the body. They are absorbed really well, and they are distributed to the skin, as I said. And the consequence of this, and that's because of our processes we go through to cut them down to these specific peptide chains. So that's super, super cool. Some of our clinical studies, one of them is shown up here. We did a 4-month clinical study, double-blinded. That means that if I took all of you in my study, none of you would know if you were getting placebo and collagen. And if I was the clinical grader looking at your skin, I would have no idea either. So we both blind, double-blinded. None of us know what you're getting, but we will follow the progress. So that means just I'm objective. You know, I don't, and when I say us, it's a third party, so it's not new skin people doing these studies, because we are obviously a little bit biased sometimes. But they did this, and they also did Lumi. But before I get to the Lumi results, I want to show the results that we had on skin. We saw an 18% improvement in the overall skin appearance, 24% improvement in skin texture, and 33% improvement in the radiance of the skin. And I've told you about the ceramides we added, so it seems like they are having a fantastic effect. Really, really great results. And then we thought, what if we use a beauty device together with this? So you have something that works from the inside. Let's add something on the outside as well. And that was our Lumi Spa system. And these are the results we got, which are really, really great. Yes. So we got a 43% visible improvement in the overall skin appearance, a close to 80% improvement in skin texture, and 47% improvement in radiance. And you can see here that the dark blue is the collagen and Lumi. You can see that's really the winner. Lumi on its own is also great, but when you do this combination, you really see an impact. And collagen is scanner certified together with some of the products up here. We have Life Pack Plus, a great multivitamin that's going to take care of your whole body. We have JVI, and we have eye formula as well. So all scanner certified. And the scanner, I told you, was a great, great tool. And if you know anyone with a scanner, go visit them, because it is such a motivation, and it's also just a good indication of where you are. We are born, like the females are born with a certain portion of X, I told you that. You are all born with a certain portion of antioxidants. Unfortunately, through evolution, we were not meant to live until we are 80 or 100. We were meant to be wiped out once we gave birth to the kids we wanted, and they can survive, which is around the 40s. So if you think that everything starts to get tough in your 40s, it's okay. You were not meant to live that long. So it's all right. So that means that our hair will get gray, our eyes will get worse, our internal everything will go down, skin elasticity, you name it. So, and also that internal antioxidant lunchbox you were born with, that will be depleted. You've ate all of it now. It's time to stay for longer, because we live in the modern world and we have access to medicine and food. And that is why it's a good idea to maybe, with age, up your intake of fruit and vegetables, because they contain a lot of really great antioxidants. Supplements is also a great way to get them, and we have a lot of supplements that can help with that. This scanner can measure carotenoids. They are a group of antioxidants. You find them in fruits, in vegetables, in flowers, but maybe don't eat the flowers because I don't know which ones are poison. So go for fruit and veg or our supplements. You measure them in the skin. It's super easy. It's non-invasive. You measure them here. The reason why you measure them in your hand is that you don't have a whole lot of pigment in your hand. That means you could also measure them in the sole of your foot, but that's just a bit unhygienic. So use your hand and measure. Not a lot of pigment right here, so you get quite a good scan indication if you use this. Also, carotenoids, they sit in the fatty tissue, and we have fat hands. There's a bit of fat on a lot of our palms. So it's a really great a great place to measure right there. This is what it looks like. Most people fall in the 3,000 category, but it depends, right? So now I'm not gonna put any countries on the spot, but I'll just say I traveled to some of your countries, Chris, and you eat a lot of meat in certain countries. And the more meat you eat, the less vegetables you are likely to take because you're already full from all of the meat. And there I find a lot of people over here, red/starred orange. But if I were to do a scan here, I would guess, because we're in Scandinavia, that you would be more middle, or if I'm scanning new skin people, it's up there. So it really depends, but when you take collagen, you can see it change. So if you haven't started collagen, maybe get a scan now and get it again in a month or 2 months and see that it increased. You can actually see that it's been built into your skin, these carotenoids that have a lot of great benefits. So really motivational tool, not only for collagen, but also for some of our other Pharmanex products, as I showed you. And we don't have time to go through all of our product line, but I want to show you a little video about our supplements. Frans is in love with them, a lot of us are. Supplements are such an easy way to supplement your healthy diet, but realistically, you might not have time to eat as healthy as you want. So it's a really, really great way to supplement. And we take the best from nature, the best from science, and combine it. But take a look here. That's our Pharmanex. So that's new skin, and there's Pharmanex, and then another important thing is Epoch. Yes. Epoch is this product line you see right here, and I think it's one of the product lines that are closest to everyone's heart. And if you've ever been lucky enough to have the chance to meet the creator, which by the way, for the new people, it happens in new skin that you actually meet the people who created the products you use. I don't know, I used Colgate for many years, I never met the person behind Colgate. So it's quite unique for this that we actually, it's very flat, we're very close to the top, who are also just close to me, and I'm down here. So it's quite amazing. And if you met the founder of these products, then you would know the stories that he can tell about, Dr. Paul Cox. Dr. Paul Cox, he's one of the world's leading ethnobotanists. He is on our scientific advisory board, that means he's a superhero, and he's the one who created these products. This guy traveled around the world. He wanted to find a cure for cancer because his mother had cancer. He thought, what did we do before modern medicine? We used plants. So he traveled, he lived with the indigenous people around the world, and he saw what they used. Along the way, he found out that it was quite remarkable that they could have such beautiful, shiny hair, but not greasy. How the heck do you do that when you live in the middle of a jungle, somewhere without the access to a shampoo and a conditioner and a Renew hair mask? They do that through plants. So he thought, I want to take all of this knowledge that I found out, like, how do you get rid of the really disgusting, dry stuff on your feet? And they don't wear shoes, so they have a lot of it. How do they keep the feet so soft when they don't have access to a really good foot cream, plants? So he took this knowledge, he wanted to incorporate it into modern products. A lot of people reached out to him, picked him up in limousines, treated him to really expensive dinners, and kind of wanted to arrange this marriage between their company and him. And he chose us, he chose Nu Skin. He chose Nu Skin because the founders came, the founders lived with him in a little hut in the middle of nowhere and showed how humble they were to be a part of something that was way bigger than them. And when he said, I'm only doing a product line, if you promise me that you are giving back, then they said, of course. So that means for any product you buy of the ones you see up here, we are giving back. We're giving 25 cents to our So you will feel good about using these products, but you also know that you're giving back whenever you buy any of them for different incentives, and that is so remarkable. And I think those are the things I have time to go through today. We need some more recognition, and thank you so much for your patience.